Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Namaskar. This is Engineer Suraj Singh speaking from Bharat, India on this day, July 12, 2021, Monday. Title is Quality and Health. And details are Civil Field Engineering, COVID 19, Quality, HSC, Engineers Role, Designs, Construction, Methods, Contracts, Organization, Communication, Coordination, etc. 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 Quality is on top. Quality is on top. Here is certification of chartered engineer, and here is certification of fellowship, fellow of Institution of Engineers. This certification must tell something to everyone that quality and health are very important factors in life which must be respected. And if I don't respect them, I'm not an engineer, to be very frank. I shall not call myself engineer if I do not respect my certificates, if I do not work in that capacity as it's but related. Capacity is not guaranteed but reflected through certificates. Certificate is no joke. Certificate must import these factors. These must import these factors. If these certificates cannot impose these factors, I can say there's something wrong somewhere, and that wrong should be corrected. And that can be corrected only. It should be seen, it should be exhibited, demonstrated through work. And that work should demonstrate quality, safety, health, and environment. And ergonomics must be applied. How work should be done? What's law of that? Law means law related to quantity, quality, safety, health, and environment. These two factors must be included with work can be called work only when work complies with requirement of quality and mandatory requirement of safety. Safety cannot be compromised at any cost because it's a question of, it's a limit of, it's a restriction of life and death. Life and death are first requirement that must be made safe, that must be kept intact. There may be losses of materials, but first requirement is one should be safe, everyone should be safe against hazards and against dangers. When I say hazards, means that is unexpected, unknown, but dangers are well calculated. So quality and SHE are very important subdisciplines which are permanent with every discipline, which are inculcated and included with every discipline, whether or not these are recognized. If we are unable to recognize, this means there is something wrong in our knowledge in whoever deals with that subject. Quality cannot be separated from material, and safety, health cannot be separated from individual and from everyone. Safe health, safe environment, safe working are very important points because these also directly relate to quality. If I am not safe, I cannot think well. If I cannot think well, I cannot do well. If I cannot do well, I cannot produce quality. I am not safe means I am not a quality person. Why I am not safe? A question is raised. Why I am not safe? Because I'm either ignorant or something I don't know. But in safety, I think there is nothing as such which I don't know or you don't know. You have to keep yourself safe. Even a small child, baby knows safety is a must. That child also knows what is pain, but that child cannot express by words, through words. That child can cry, that's all. And that crying is expression of that child. But we are not children. We can't cry. We have to express what we are, how we are doing, what is requirement, what is fulfilled, what's not fulfilled. This point we have to take into consideration very well. If I cannot take this point into consideration, there is certainly something wrong that we have to take into consideration. So quality and SHE are very important factors in life that we have to take care about. And if I cannot take care, there's something wrong in me. There's some deficiency in my approach, and that deficiency should be clearly understood. And if professionals do not understand that deficiency, I don't expect that actually, because those who are professionals, we are well destined. They have capacity to analyze as well as to understand problem, and also have enough ergonomical capacity to solve that problem into solution. And they can solve problem very easily if they concentrate on that. They do not act ignorant. Concentration and ignorance. If I am able to concentrate, if a professional is able to concentrate, and a professional cannot deny this fact, this requirement that we have to concentrate, because concentration is our job. If we don't concentrate, I think we cannot do anything. Basics of a professional is concentrate and think on. Thinking is nothing but concentration. Thinking plus thinking plus thinking plus thinking, you can say, as SHE are two such disciplines which do not need any explanation. And there's a lot of explanation also, because everybody is interested in achieving quality, but everybody is also interested to make money, to save time. But everybody forgets that you cannot save money, you cannot save time if you do not maintain quality. Quality is a requirement, it is natural. If you can't do it, you are not suitable for that job. Better leave that job. Claiming quality is not enough. Claiming quality is not enough. It should be delivered. It should be done. Those who say no, we can do it. Why do you say we can do it? You have to do it. If somebody says I can do it, you are not doing that. And if you are not doing that, you are just cheating everybody, because quality is a must. These days, quality is just in declaration and not in reality. That is actual problem. It is just in declaration, just to befool people, befool consumer, befool customer. But once or twice you can befool them. You can befool a customer once or twice, but once customer knows that this seller or this manufacturer is a liar, is a non-promise filler. This company, this organization does not have any commitment towards quality, and that person, that consumer may not come to you to buy your product. We have to keep this factor in mind. It's not too long distance you can travel without quality. If you have to travel with quality, to travel with good future, you have to make quality your integrated approach. If quality lies in your integration, maybe you are late successful, but you will be successful. While those who just try to show by pomp that, see, we have done this much, we have so much, but in fact there's nothing. They spend money on advertisement and publicity. The product is rubbish. They won't survive for long. Quality is not an obligation, it's a must. Remember, quality is a must, quality is a must, quality is a must for engineers. And those who do not want to do this, those I cannot call them engineers. Those who do not want to do this, I cannot call them contractors. Those who do not want to do this, I cannot call them professionals. Because you are a professional because of quality. You have certain quality in yourself, in your soul, in your mind, in your working, in your essence, that you are a professional. You know something special, that's why you're a professional. You know something at very advanced level, that's why you are a professional. You have certain commitment to nature, that's why you are a professional. You have certain commitment to human society, that's why you are a professional. You are not a professional because you are having a certificate only. That certificate is just a paper, but your certificate is within you. Your product, your work, your intentions, your approach, all shall decide what you are. Your certificates are valued only when your performance is quality one. Your performance considers safety of everyone, quality of work. You may be in whatever engineering field. You may be a thinker, you may be a designer, you may be a feed writer, you may be a site worker, you may be whatever you are. You may be in whatever discipline, engineering discipline like mechanical, electrical, civil, automobile, agriculture, IT, wherever you work, quality is a must. Again and again I stress on this. Not because that I am born, everybody has quality, but that quality should come out from that person. That quality is learned, but learning is not enough. Engineering is not learning alone, engineering is application of what you learn. That's called engineering. If you have certificate, this means you understood that, and that's why you passed that one. But that is not enough. Your nature should be quality born. Your mind should be quality born. Your approach should be quality born. Whoever says to you, whatever says to you, your employer or someone else, do not worry about that. It's like that. You are not born for employer, you are born for profession, you are born for work, you are born for God. And if you don't care for what God wants, because God itself is a qualifier, is a quality giver, nature is full of quality, that's why we are here. Nature has some system, that's why we are here. Nature has work quality, nature has system quality, nature has material quality. Whatever nature has given us, now, we have not done anything for ourselves except using what nature resources are, nature sources are. Nature has done a lot for human being. But human being cannot think that way because human deficiency exists. Thinking is not a difficult one if you see nature, if you read nature. Consider whole solar system as a book. And what is this book? We can understand that science is available, information is available. We know what is that book, and that book tells a lot. Tells a lot, and your earth is also a part of chapter of that book. And I may be a script on that book. We have to be very careful about this. Quality and safety required everywhere, in every activity, in our lives and in engineering profession. And if we don't care about this, there is no way out. We have to travel with these two, quality and safety. If you travel without safety, certainly you will make accidents. Nothing can move without these two. Safety is very first consideration on every activity. And if we do not consider this, means we shall have to see pain, we shall have to face pain. And when we comply with that, we shall not face any pain. That's what is required. And usually say, you shall know pain. You shall know pain if you don't abide by safety, health, and environment. And you shall not know any pain. You shall not experience any pain if you abide by that. There is always a description, there is always a specification, there is also a limit within which you have to work, and that limit is called quality. This is your own defined limit, nobody else defines that. Because you cannot define everything, you cannot include everything in one item, because cost varies, it's costly. You cannot say if you have to, what material you have to use, that's also a part of quality. What type of material you should, that's also a part of quality. What class of that material is, what strength of that material is, it's all part of quality, and it costs. I'm not saying quality, every quality has its own cost. Means there are classes of materials, there are classes of everyone, and what class you want to select, you have to select and define, specify. That's important one. We cannot go without that. So what I am saying is, quality definition is having limits. Just like we take integral calculus, from this limit to that limit you find integral sine theta value. We say that integrate this sine theta from this limit to that limit. We do that in mathematics. Same thing is here. Quality is a kind of mathematics applied, and this must be understood well. Everybody knows, every engineer knows what is quality, but every engineer does not do that. That's also a problem. We learn something, we don't want to do that. We just want to do a project. We don't care about its quality and its safety. There's no meaning of that project, because your project is in principle deficit, in principle missing its power, and quality is power, I can say. Quality is power. Lapse of quality means lapse of duration time of project. You cannot say this project is durable if it does not have quality input in this. Durability is very important. How long can you move? How long can you allow your project to move? And you allow, that's okay, but you don't put in that character of quality. This would not move that much. You are a fake person in that case. Your work is fake. You can say your work is based on lies, your work is based on greed and avarice. You want to make money without doing anything. That applies to every industrialist, that applies to every factory owner. They want to make money without, just that money got no right to you, but you want to own that money. So remember, without quality you can't move. And engineers must realize quality facts. And in particular civil engineers, I should say, because civil engineers are free to achieve quality. Maybe mechanical engineers are restricted because they get ready-made product, factory manufactured or industries manufactured product or assembled product. Maybe electrical engineers are all not that free, but civil engineer is a free sparrow. Civil engineer is a bird who can fly on its own wings. Only bird in engineering is civil, that can fly on its own material. It can fly on its own track. It doesn't need anything. Engineers, civil, are, you can say, backbone of whole world. Engineers, civil are nature in themselves. I can say as much freedom civil engineers enjoys, others do not enjoy. But that freedom doesn't mean that you do whatever you want. That freedom is professional one. Professional requirement access, and civil engineer has to do that. If you can't deliver, don't call yourself civil engineer. because in that case you are not an engineer. You don't know what is engineering. Civil engineer is top engineer of universe because God also worked as civil engineers when this universe was created. How much engineering God might have applied, how much scientific facts God might have applied, we do not know. We may never know until that power itself allows us know that. God is civil engineer, we should say, because whatever has been done, civil engineers also cannot do, but if they want, they can learn. Creation of these planets, creation of solar system, creation of universe, creation of earth, creation of waters, creation of all this is scientific and engineering work. That fact cannot be denied. If we deny this, we deny our existence. Engineers must realize quality facts, and in particular civil engineers have to change quality aspect of society, or else quality cannot exist. A system has been created by nature, by God. That system operates very well. It has been operating since it was created, it's established. Without any failure, without any crash, without any strain, without any strain, without any elastic limit, without any plastic limit, without any yield limit. It has been working. Water exists, heat exists, vacuum exists, volcanoes exist. What doesn't exist? Everything exists. Yet it has been working successfully. This means real study was done. Real study was done. Consequences were observed. And then the system was created that is known as universe or universes. What level of science, what level of engineering, what level of mathematics might have been applied, we can understand. There's no difficulty in understanding that. We boast a lot about structures, but these are also structures, you can say. All planets, solar system, solar sizes, natural cycles, work of sun, work of all planets, work of earth, work of air, work of water, work of vacuum. All materials, I can say, all agencies, I can say, have been working very, very successfully, and since time we do not know. We can say time immemorial. I should not say immemorial actually. There should be some time, but we do not know which time is that. Maybe sometime we know. But all this constitution or establishment of universe in itself is evidently that quality exists in nature. It may be for something, maybe plus or minus, but it exists in nature. Nature has well balanced it in such a way that equilibrium state is not broken. That is where we can say our point lies in. Our point lies in this fact. Equilibrium is not broken and it works. And that's what I say. We have to understand this fact. There is no need of any professor or university degree for understanding this. We have to design structures. We have to do a lot of work on safety and quality and qualitative structures. Everything must rely on our own. I cannot say that somebody did not tell me. Who shall tell me? There is someone in me who can tell me. I have to think, I'll get answer. And if I don't think, I shall not get answer because I don't want to get answer. When I start thinking, automatically process starts. And that process starts because thinking is related to access to nature. When we start thinking means we start contacting nature. It's not that something is available in my mind, I got it. That's only to satisfy myself. That I worked, I got, I thought, I solved it. This I, when I say, I should not say for myself. When I say I did it doesn't mean I in person did it. This means I use that word of God, that word of that power, that God of that power, I just